Most beginners do not fail at investing because they are stupid. They fail because they make investing too complicated. They think they need to predict the next big stock. They think they need to watch the market every day. They think they need to understand every chart, every news headline, every economic report, and every company before they can even start. But here is the truth. The best investing strategy for most beginners is not complicated. It is actually boring. And that is why it works. In this video, I am going to show you a simple investing strategy that many beginners can understand, even if you have never bought a stock before. You will learn what to avoid, what to focus on, and how to build a system that does not depend on luck, hype, or perfect timing. And make sure you watch until the end, because the biggest mistake beginners make is not choosing the wrong investment. It is starting with the wrong mindset. When people first hear about investing, they often imagine fast money. They see videos about someone turning $1,000 into $100,000. They see people talking about crypto, options, day trading, hot stocks, artificial intelligence companies, and the next big opportunity. And it sounds exciting, but excitement is not the same as strategy. A real investing strategy is not about getting rich overnight. It is about building wealth slowly, consistently, and intelligently over time. The goal is not to be lucky once. The goal is to build a system you can repeat for years. So let's break down the easiest investing strategy for beginners, step by step. Before you invest a single dollar, you need to build your financial foundation. This is the part beginners often skip. They want to buy investments before they have control of their basic financial life. But investing while your foundation is weak is like building a house on sand. It might look good for a while, but when pressure comes, everything can collapse. Your foundation has three parts. First, you need a basic emergency fund. This is money you keep safe and accessible for unexpected expenses. Car repairs, medical bills, job loss, a sudden emergency. If every surprise expense forces you to sell your investments, you are not really investing. You are gambling with money you may need too soon. Second, you need to understand your debt. Not all debt is the same. A low-interest mortgage is different from high-interest credit card debt. If you are paying extremely high interest on debt, investing while ignoring that debt may not make sense. Because the interest you are paying can destroy your progress faster than your investments can grow. Third, you need monthly cash flow. That simply means you spend less than you earn. If your budget is negative every month, investing will feel impossible. So before you think about stocks, funds, or portfolios, ask yourself, do I have some emergency savings? Do I understand my debt? Do I have money left over each month? If the answer is yes, you are ready for the next step. The second step is to stop trying to pick winners. This is one of the biggest traps for beginners. They think investing means choosing the perfect company at the perfect time. They ask questions like, which stock will explode next? Which company will make me rich? Should I buy this before earnings? Is this the next big thing? But the truth is, picking individual winners is extremely difficult. Even professional investors with teams, data, experience, and expensive research tools often fail to beat the market consistently. So if professionals struggle to do it, beginners should be very careful about thinking it will be easy. Instead of trying to find one perfect stock, many beginners are better off understanding diversification. Diversification means you do not put all your money into one company, one sector, or one idea. You spread your money across many investments. Why? Because if one company fails, your entire financial future does not depend on it. This is where index funds become important. An index fund is a simple investment that tracks a group of companies. Instead of buying one company, you can own small pieces of many companies at once. For beginners, this is powerful because it removes the pressure of guessing the next winner. You are not betting everything on one stock. You are investing in a broad part of the market. That is boring. But boring is often better than reckless. Step number 3 is to focus on low-cost diversified funds. The word low-cost matters more than beginners realize. Every investment fund has costs. Some costs are obvious. Some are hidden inside the fund. And over many years, high fees can quietly take a huge amount of your returns. Imagine two people invest the same amount of money. They get similar market performance. But one person pays high fees and the other person pays low fees. After 10, 20, or 30 years, the difference can be massive. Not because one person was smarter, but because one person kept more of their returns. That is why many beginner-friendly investing strategies focus on broad, low-cost index funds or ETFs. They are simple. They are diversified. They usually have lower fees than actively managed funds. And they do not require you to watch the market every day. The idea is not to find the most exciting investment. The idea is to build a simple portfolio you can actually stick with. Because the best strategy is not the one that sounds impressive. The best strategy is the one you can follow consistently for years. A complicated strategy that you abandon after 3 months is not useful. A simple strategy that you follow for 10 years can change your financial life. Step number 4 is to invest consistently, not perfectly. Beginners often ask, is now a good time to invest? What if the market drops tomorrow? Should I wait for a crash? What if I invest at the wrong time? These are normal questions. But the problem is that nobody can perfectly predict the market. If you wait for the perfect moment, you may wait forever. And while you are waiting, your money is not working. This is why many beginners use a method called dollar-cost averaging. That simply means investing a fixed amount of money on a regular schedule. For example, every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. You invest when the market is up. You invest when the market is down. You invest when the news is good. You invest when the news is scary. This removes the pressure of trying to time the market perfectly. When prices are high, your fixed amount buys less. When prices are low, your fixed amount buys more. Over time, you build the habit of investing without making emotional decisions every day. This is not about becoming rich quickly. It is about becoming consistent. Because wealth is often built by repeated behavior. Not one perfect decision. Not one lucky trade. Not one viral stock. Repeated behavior. Month after month. Year after year. That is where the power begins. Step number 5 is to think in decades, not days. This is where mindset becomes more important than math. The stock market can be extremely emotional in the short term. One day, prices are up. The next day, prices are down. A headline comes out and everyone panics. Another headline comes out and everyone gets excited again. If you check your investments every hour, you will probably feel stressed. And stressed investors often make bad decisions. They buy because of fear of missing out. Then they sell because of panic. Then they try to buy back later. And this cycle destroys long-term progress. Long-term investing requires patience. You have to understand that market drops are normal. Red days are normal. Bad months are normal. Even bad years can happen. But if your strategy is long-term, you do not judge your future based on one bad week. You focus on the bigger picture. You keep investing. You stay diversified. You avoid panic selling. And you give compound growth time to work. Compounding is when your money earns returns, and then those returns begin earning returns too. First, it feels slow, almost boring. But over many years, the effect can become powerful. That is why time is one of the greatest advantages a beginner has. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. So let's put the beginner strategy together. First, build your foundation. Have some emergency savings, understand your debt, and make sure you have money left over each month. Second, stop trying to pick the perfect stock. For most beginners, guessing winners is not a reliable strategy. Third, learn about broad, diversified, low-cost index funds or ETFs. They allow you to invest across many companies instead of relying on just one. Fourth, invest consistently. Set a schedule and automate it if possible. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Fifth, think long-term. Do not let daily market movement control your emotions. If you combine these 5 ideas, you have a simple investing system. Spend less than you earn. Save first. Invest regularly. Stay diversified. Keep costs low. Think long-term. That is not flashy. That is not exciting. But it is realistic. And for many beginners, realistic beats exciting. The easiest investing strategy for beginners is not about being a genius. It is not about predicting the future. It is not about finding the one stock that changes your life overnight. It is about building a system that protects you from panic, a system that keeps you consistent, a system that lets time and compounding do the heavy lifting. Before you invest, build your foundation. Then keep your strategy simple. Avoid hype. Avoid high fees. Avoid emotional decisions. And remember, the goal is not to get rich tomorrow. The goal is to become financially stronger every year. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos about investing, money habits, and building long-term wealth. And if you want to understand the most powerful force behind long-term investing, watch the next video on the screen. Compound Interest Explained. Make your money grow. In that video, I explain how your money can earn returns, how those returns can start earning returns, and why time is one of the biggest advantages a beginner can have. I will see you there.